Hey guys, what's up? It's Blue Navy Band, and today I am going to do my updated Wii collection. Thank you guys so much for 2,000 views on the original video. I kind of think that video was crappy, but thank you guys so much for 2,000 views. I really appreciate it. It's my most popular video. Anyways, this is probably going to be my finalized Wii collection. I'm pretty much done collecting Wii games. Mostly because I got a PS2, and I'm going to start collecting games for the PS2 because they're really cheap, and I'm pretty much done with modern gaming. The Wii U looks pretty good, the PS4 is okay, but I hated Sony since the PS3. The Xbox One just looks like a piece of garbage, so I'm pretty much finished with modern gaming. I'm going to start collecting PS2 games. I don't really have a lot of them. But anyway, here's my pretty much finalized Wii collection. I bumped up to, I think, like 69 games. So I got to make this as fast as I can. Alright, here it is, my Wii collection. So first I'm going to start off with Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. Okay, Wii Sports, it's a pretty basic game. It comes with almost every single Wii. It's kind of like a demo of what the Wii can do. It isn't a bad game. Personally, I like boxing, bowling the best. Tennis is okay. I don't really like baseball, and I hate golf. Wii Sports Resort is a tremendous improvement. There's more games. The games are more fun, and overall, it's worth more of your time and your money. Punch-Out! This is the Nintendo Selects Edition. Punch-Out! Is a really fun game. It's kind of like a remake. I don't want to say remake, because it's not really a remake. It's kind of like a re-image of the NES version. Either way, this game is really good, really fun. Sometimes it has some humor. Really fun game. It's good for fitness junkies and just everyday hardcore gamers. Definitely pick this game up. It is worth it. Next is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I don't really like. The next game is EA Active. More workouts. I don't really like this game either. Next we have Game Party 2 and Game Party 3. Now before you ask, why do you have these games in your collection? These are shovelware games. They're really not shovelware games. I found most of the games in these two really enjoyable. Some of them I didn't like, but a good bit of them I actually found really fun to play. Now the replayability isn't really there, because they're just like meant to be played at parties, hence the name. But other than that, these are really fun games, underrated. If you want to have a good time for a party, I suggest you rent these, because the replayability is not there, but they are still good games. We play, it's okay. Not the best, it's just okay. WarioWare Smooth Moves is the next game I have. I love WarioWare. It's really funny, really humorous, and it's really fun to play alone and with your friends. I highly recommend this game. It's just really fun. Next, we have the two Resident Evil Archives games. We have Resident Evil and Resident Evil 0. Resident Evil, this game was a classic. This is easily the scariest game I've ever played. Scarier than Silent Hill. Scarier than Slender. This game is superb. Definitely one of my favorite games. Easily one of my favorite games. It's really scary, atmospheric, has really good music, puzzles, amazing. Great game. Resident Evil 0, it is a good game, however it's rehashed. But overall, this is a good game. Pick these games up if you love survival horror. Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. Now this game, I used to love this game. This used to be my favorite game of all time. I've beaten this game probably maybe 16 times. But now I just see it as a very good game. Not a perfect game, but a very good one. The reason why is because I dramatically miss the gameplay seen in earlier games. Now, even though this game was a successful change, this gameplay kind of ruined the series, because if you look at like Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6, they're just action games now. There is no horror whatsoever. Resident Evil 1 is the scariest game ever. This game has no scares. It's just action with some horror, but still, it is a really good game, and this is a must-buy if you have a Wii. Next, we have the two Resident Evil Chronicle games. We have Umbrella and Darkside. Now, the thing with Darkside, people liked this one better than Umbrella, but I didn't. I didn't like Darkside. I thought it was really unoriginal, and the gameplay, it was just changed so much that it didn't feel like Umbrella at all, and I just didn't like Resident Evil The Darkside Chronicles. However, the Umbrella Chronicles I found to be really good. I liked the gameplay. It was a good on-rails game. It had that old Resident Evil feel to it. I would recommend the Umbrella Chronicles if you were thinking on one of these two. I would recommend the Umbrella Chronicles. Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Now, if you know me, I'm a huge fan of Silent Hill. I played the original trilogy, and I loved it. 1 and 2 are easily some of my favorite games. I thought 2 was better than 1. But speaking of Silent Hill Shattered Memories, I think that, like Resident Evil 4, this was a successful change in the series. I thought this gameplay style was unique, never seen before in a Silent Hill game. I love this game. Psychological. I love psychological horror thrillers. Really good game. Definitely an underrated gem. Go pick this up. Next we have House of the Dead 2 and 3 Return and House of the Dead Overkill. Now with House of the Dead 2 and 3, this is a really good game. I thought it to be underrated. 2 was really good. But it has the worst voice acting ever. It's so bad it's funny. 3 was pretty good, but not as good as 2. This is overall a good game. House of the Dead Overkill, on the other hand, is completely over the top. There's gore, violence, blood, sex, language. They once held the world record for most swearing in a video game. I think that they swore like 240 times, or I think they said the F-bomb 240 times. It's ridiculous. Overall, I like Overkill better. I thought it was funnier, more gory, more survival horror. But overall, these games are really good. Next, we have Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop. Zombies in a mall. It's pretty straightforward, kind of like a mindless Resident Evil 4, but overall, it's a good game. Dead Space Extraction, it would have been better if it was just that classic third-person point of view and not an on-rail shooter, but it's still Dead Space. The scares are still there, and it's overall a pretty good game. The Conduit, the Special Edition, it is a really, really flawed game. The controls, I didn't really like the controls, but the gameplay, it's a highly original game. I didn't really see anything like this, like an 8, like, modern, first-person shooter, and then it goes to, like, a science fiction. It is a highly original game, and I really, think if you like first-person shooters, I'd give this a shot. It's a good game. It's flawed, but overall, it isn't bad. Red Steel 2. This game is really good. I like the story mode a lot. It was really, really good. It's kind of like a Japanese, American, like, cyber western. It's really kind of hard to describe, but it's really good game. I think it would have been better if it had like an online mode of some type, but still, this is a really good game and I recommend it. Goldeneye 007. This is a reimagining of the N64 game. Really good campaign. Split screen multiplayer is just absolute fun. They have paintball, giant fists. It's really, really fun. But Wi-Fi, I don't like it, because I don't like the XP system. I just found online multiplayer to be really complicated, really difficult, and overall really bad. But split screen and the campaign make this game worthy of picking up. Now we have the two Call of Duties that have the Black Ops story arc. World at War and Black Ops. World at War I thought was really good. The campaign, it was alright. Multiplayer, however, is really fun. I think World at War is really good. Black Ops, on the other hand, Black Ops is easily my favorite COD. It's an underrated COD at that. Multiplayer's fun, really fun. The campaign was the best out of all of them. I don't care what anyone else says. And Zombies was just really fun. Out of the two, I definitely recommend Black Ops, but World at War is still really good too. Next is COD Modern Warfare Reflex and COD Modern Warfare 3. Out of the two, I like Reflex a lot more. The campaign was actually really good. This is the second campaign I beat. And multiplayer was really good too. Modern Warfare 3, I used to play it a lot. I don't play it anymore. I don't know why. Campaign, I didn't really like it, but online was pretty good. But compared to other CODs, this online is just alright. But it's still a really, really good game. Survival mode is really good. Yeah, but out of the two, I'd definitely pick this one. Rhythm Heaven Fever is a really, really fun game. It's funny, it's quirky, it's original, and definitely one of the best rhythm games on the Wii. Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. It's a really, really good game. The soundtrack was really good. Multiplayer, online, great. This is a really good game. World Tour is actually my favorite one. I think it had the best soundtrack. The full band mode was phenomenal. Multiplayer was really good too. Creating your own songs. This game had a lot of content. Out of the two, I'd definitely pick World Tour, but Guitar Hero 3 I'd also pick. I'd pick both of these. Guitar Hero Metallica. Now, I'm not a huge Metallica fan. I like Metallica, but I'm not a huge fan. The soundtrack was good though, and the multiplayer was good. Overall, I really liked Metallica, and it's a major improvement over Aerosmith. Guitar Hero 5 and Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. Guitar Hero 5, I didn't like it. Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock, I did like. The soundtrack was good. Multiplayer, again, was good. Band mode, again, was good. And I loved 2112 on this. I really loved how they did that. Out of the two, easily Warriors of Rock. DJ Hero and DJ Hero 2. These games are pretty much the same thing. I can't decide which one's better because they're pretty much the same thing. However, both of them are really original. They had really good mixes, and multiplayer was really good too. And the controller, again, was really good too. Very sturdy, very comfortable. But overall, DJ Hero and DJ Hero 2 are both really good games, and I recommend both of them. Green Day Rock Band is a good game, but it would have been better if they didn't just have strictly Green Day songs. If they had maybe I don't know, maybe 20 songs from different artists, it would have been a better game. It's still Rock Band though, and I can't hate it. It's still a good game. But if it didn't just have strictly Green Day songs, it would have been a much better game. Twilight Princess. Now, I was never, ever, ever a big Zelda fan, and I'm still not a big Zelda fan, because I don't really like RPGs. Now, Zelda is an RPG. I don't care what anybody else says. It is an action-adventure game, too, but I think it's an RPG. If you think I'm wrong, then I don't really care, because I think it's an RPG. Anyway, I did play this game, and it is good. I really did like this game. I didn't say it was enjoyable, but it is a really good game. I think it's a little overrated. I think Zelda altogether is a little overrated. But still, Zelda is Twilight Princess, I should have said. Twilight Princess is a really good game. I think it. I think for some people it is a must own, but if you're like unsure on these type of games, I would probably pass, or rent it. But I still think the Twilight Princess is a worthy Wii title. Kami's a remake of a PS2 game, and the replayability isn't there. It is a good game. I still don't like RPG. I don't really like RPGs, so that's why I think. Again, I think this game's overrated, like The Legend of Zelda, because I don't really like RPGs that much. But still, I did enjoy my time playing it. But I don't really think I'm gonna get any more RPGs. I think that Zelda and Okami are just the bottom line. But overall, I did like Okami, and I really need to play it more. Sin and Punishment Star Successor is a really, really fun and enjoyable sci-fi action game. It's got like an arcade-esque style, and I really, really enjoyed this game. I think this is a must-own, and it's definitely should have sold much better than it did. I really think that this is a great game. Metroid Prime 3 and Metroid Other M. Now, Metroid Prime 3, it's a beautiful game, beautiful graphics, really good storytelling, really science fiction is good too, and it's a really good game overall, really good atmosphere, and really good controls. Other M is an extremely disappointing game. I thought it was going to be really, really good. Turns out it was just a mediocre disappointment to the franchise. And out of the two, I easily recommend Metroid Prime 3. Other M, I don't want to say I don't like it, but I kind of have to say I don't like it. At first, I didn't think it was that bad, but then the replayability is just not there, and it's mediocre. I definitely don't recommend Other M, but I definitely recommend Prime 3. Sonic Colors was a really surprising game. I thought it was just going to be like, hey, it's another mediocre Sonic game, and Sonic's been mediocre for maybe like the last decade. But no, we got a really good Sonic game, and I'm actually really surprised at how good it was. I actually think this is a good Sonic game. I think Sonic is getting back to it. Really good game. The Blob and the Blob 2 are like puzzle platformers, kinda. It's like these little like Nazis in the game. They're not really Nazis. I forget what they're called. I forget what they were called. The Ink Tea Corporation people. I'm just gonna call them that. Anyway, the Ink Tea Corporation is removing all the color from the town, and this guy, the Blob, is painting the town with color and music. It's a highly original game. Really fun. The Blob 2 is pretty much the same thing. So don't expect like any dramatic changes. Overall, these are really, really fun platformers. Even though the replayability isn't there, they're still really enjoyable games. Epic Mickey, it got slammed. Everybody hated it. It's a pretty good game. It's not good or great or amazing. It is a pretty good game. I'm not getting the sequel because I'm pretty much done collecting games. But overall, Epic Mickey, it isn't a bad game. Even though it was a little disappointing, it is a good game. Klonoa is a really creative platformer. It should have sold much better than it did. It's a remake of a PS1 game. And don't judge this game by its cover, cause in the end it becomes one of the saddest games you'll ever play. And I actually cried when the ending came. It was really, really, really sad. Definitely must have. I really like Klonoa. Rayman Origins is a good platformer. It's extremely overrated though. Like I see it had a 92 on Metacritic. It definitely doesn't deserve it. I think it's really overrated. Like one hit, you're dead. In the gameplay, I don't know. I just didn't really capture me like I thought it would. But overall, it is a good game, and I'm proud to have this in my collection. Pikmin 2 is a beautiful and charming game, a real-time strategy from the creator of Mario. It's a great game. Sometimes you really have to think. You have to save Captain Olimar's company from getting out of debt. Really great game. Definitely pick this up. It's a must-have. Wario Land Shake It, it's a good game. The replayability just isn't there. If you're looking for a Wario game, I'd recommend WarioWare. But Wario Land Shake It is pretty good, I have to say. It's pretty good. Donkey Kong Country Returns is a great Wii platformer. I only got this at Christmas for only $30. It's a great platformer, very hard, very challenging, but overall, it's a really, really, really good Nintendo platformer, and I think this is a must-have. Kirby's Epic Yarn and Kirby's Return to Dreamland, they are two of some of the best platformers on the Wii. I really think that Kirby's Epic Yarn is really good. If you could have died in it, it would have been better because it's just way too easy. But it's still a great Kirby platformer. It just shows that Kirby isn't afraid of change. Kirby's Return to Dreamland is just that classic Kirby gameplay that you would see in earlier installments. Really, really good Kirby game. Out of the two, I'd probably get both of them because they're just both really good. Pick these up. They're really worthy. Kirby's Dream Collection is pretty self-explanatory. You just have the first 6 Kirby games, along with some challenge stages and a museum, and it has 3 episodes of Kirby right back at you. This is the collection that Kirby deserves. If Super Mario All-Stars was like that, oh my god, it would have been amazing. The replayability isn't there. This game isn't for everybody. Like, if you don't like Kirby, obviously don't get it. But I still really enjoy this collection. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 are definitely the best platformers on the Wii. Super Mario Galaxy is easily one of the greatest games ever created. I did beat it. I didn't get all the stars, but I still technically beat it. Great, charming game. Easily the best. One of the best Wii game. Best platformer on the Wii. And one of the best games of all time. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is pretty much the same thing. I'm only on World 3 though. The replayability is much higher in the first game than in the second game, and that's why I like Super Mario Galaxy 1 just a little bit better. They're both excellent games, superb games, and these are definitely must-haves. New Super Mario Bros. Wii is just classic Mario gameplay, and overall a great Wii game, must have. It's challenging, but overall really, really fun. Super Mario All-Stars is an extremely disappointing game. It's not bad, but it's really disappointing. Mario should have deserved so much better because this is just the SNES game on a Wii disc. Really disappointing. Again, he should have deserved so much better. And why am I presenting it in this cardboard case? It's because my cousin never gave the Wii game back to me because she borrowed it and she never gave it back to me, and it's rare, and it really pisses me off because I'm never probably going to get it back. So that's why I'm presenting it in this box, but I kind of care, but I really kind of don't care because it's a disappointing game. But still, it's not bad, but it's disappointing, and Mario should have deserved better. I think the reason why Super Paper Mario was so popular is that people thought that it was just a regular Mario platforming game that, like, it was just paper. No, that isn't it. It's a role-playing game. Sometimes you really gotta think. It's easily the hardest game I've ever played. It's a good game, but I don't really like RPGs. That's why I don't really play it that much. But still, it's a good game. Mario Super Sluggers is a really underrated game, and I heard that people really didn't like it because it's almost exactly like the GameCube game. But I liked it. I thought it was a worthy Mario baseball game. And if you like Mario, and if you like baseball, I'd recommend it. Mario Kart Wii is a really good racing game. I really like the time trials and the Grand Prix. Online is terrible because there's too many hackers, but overall Mario Kart Wii is a worthy Mario Kart game. Excitebots is a really original racing game, and I found it really unique. And it's really fun too. The controls are like kind of clunky, but overall it's a really good game. Boom Blocks is a fun puzzle game made by Steven Spielberg. It's a really good game, and I highly recommend it if you like puzzle games, knocking down stuff like that. Really good game. Mad World is a bloody, gory, vulgar game, but that's why I love it. It's a really great game. It's definitely the most violent Wii game ever created. I don't get why people would make it a controversial game because the Wii needs hardcore games, and if these parents got a problem with it, then they can like throw away their Wii or something. I think they should just shut up because this is a great game. If you like violent games and have a Wii, definitely pick Mad World up. No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2 are also some of the most violent video games on the Wii. They're highly original, highly creative, and really fun at that. Out of the two, I actually like No More Heroes 1 better. I think No More Heroes is one of my favorite video games because of its originality and fun. But the reason why I like this is because of the open world. And people hated it, and I don't get it. I think the open world makes it kind of like Grand Theft Auto. I really found the open world to be really fun. But overall, this is one of my favorite video games. No More Heroes 2 is really good too. But No More Heroes is better in my opinion. But both of these games are really good. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars is a crossover fighter. You don't have to know the characters to still enjoy this game. I don't know most of the characters, but I still found this game to be a really enjoyable and really fun game. Definitely one of the best fighters on the Wii, definitely one of the best fighters. Last but not least, we have Smash Brothers Brawl. I love Smash Brothers, and this game is definitely one of the best Wii games, mostly because of its content. It has a classic mode, all-star mode, it has a venture mode, it has trainings, it has multi-man brawl, it has multiplayer, it has group brawl. You can play old games on this. This game has it all. This is definitely the best fighter game ever created. Better than Mortal Kombat, better than Marvel vs. Capcom, anything like that. This is the pinnacle of fighting games, and this is a masterpiece. Definitely one of the best games on the Wii. The only problems I have with it are multiplayer is really laggy, and the loading times are extremely long. Other than that, this is a masterpiece, and I highly recommend this game. It's phenomenal. That's the end of my Wii Collection video. Stay tuned for more videos, and stay tuned for PS2 collections, and this is Blue Navy Band out. Peace.